You can watch SeemsGoodMagic.com team members live stream at www.twitch.tv/Inez27. If you enjoy our videos, you can support us by going to SeemsGoodMagic.com, clicking on eBay store, and purchasing some singles or playsets. Thanks and enjoy.
Hey, Alex from SeemsGoodMagic.com here for my first release event 8-4 Gatecrash draft. Got Blind Obedience, which is a pretty awesome card. Happy to first pick that. Let's see what else is in here. I'm sure it's worth some tickets too. I think this is definitely a constructed playable card, and certainly good and limited too. Urbis Protector is a very good card, I think. Madcap skills obviously very strong. Smite good. Slaughterhorn's fine. Actually, a lot of these cards are pretty good. Killing Glare, I mean, this is good removal too. Just a ton of good stuff in here. But we're going to take the rare that's worth some tickets and is an awesome extort card. Okay, follow-up pick. So, best cards in the pack. Well, we have another extort creature. We have Assault Griffin, which so far has not been impressing me, but I don't know why. I think the removal in this set, I feel like a lot of times it's 4 mana, 2 toughness, just gets killed right away, unfortunately. Executioner's Swing is removal. It's kind of like Assassinate, but I guess it's a little bit better. Yeah, it's better than Assassinate for sure. But it still like requires that the creature does something to you before you get to kill them, which kind of sucks. Syndicate Enforcer really versus Executioner's Swing. I feel like 4-drops are never hard to get, so I'd rather have some cheap removal. This one does have Extort, but I'm fine with this decision. Okay, so we've got Devour Flesh, which is, I don't know, I kind of like it. 2-drop piece of removal. Cheap spells definitely work well with Extort. Sky Knight Legionnaire is good, but I don't think we need to... Well, I guess we could. What's the best card in the pack? Cinder Elemental is actually really strong. I think I like this card a lot. This is definitely a worthwhile 4-drop. This guy just nukes. This guy might even be worth a splash. I think this guy's that good. I mean, he kind of sucks because he's not necessarily Fireball right when you want to play him, but I feel like that's a really powerful effect. And if you can resolve that, you can just blow somebody up. Maybe I don't want to splash, though. I do feel like that's a good ability, though. You have to pay 4 mana for a 2/2 first, so it's a little bit clunky. It's tough. I think that I'm going to take it because it's a Fireball. I mean, I could still go Boros, maybe ditch out on the Executioner Swing. Otherwise, I can just splash for the Cinder Elemental. I do feel like this card's really good, though. Okay, so we've got Boros Elite. There's also Balustrade Spy, Night Watch, Act of Treason. Well... Could just take Boros Elite. I mean, technically it works with both Ortzoff and Boros, so, and it's a pretty good uncommon. I think I'm cool with that. Let's do that. Alright. Death's Approach works well with, well, if you have a bunch of other removal, but also if you have like cards like Balustrade Spy and stuff that mills your opponent. Grizzly Spectacle and Death's Approach work well together. Could just go Massive Raid, which is good if you have a lot of creatures. That's going to get me deeper into Boros. Could also just take the Nav Squad Commandos, who are decent, I think. Deceptively good. I think 5 toughness is actually really good. Night Watch, another 5-drop, brings 2 creatures in, which isn't bad. What's Undercity Informer? I think this guy's actually pretty good too. Yeah, this guy works well with Death's Approach. That gets me a little bit deeper black. Let's just stay pure white a little bit. Well, 2 3s are good too. I'm actually going to take him. I think he's... We're still... Ooh, well, now we get a Guild Mage too, so I'm pretty happy about that. That makes this pick feel better. So, we're definitely taking the Guild Mage. I like this guy a lot. There's a lot of weird little synergies you can do, but just giving guys lifelink is cool too. Uh, Aristocrat is probably fine. Yeah, he's pretty cool, I guess. Anti-sum, I mean, just turn removal into protection, I guess. Feels okay. But we'll take the Guild Mage. I'm happy with that. Alright. Silica Guards. We look like we're doing some Ortsoving. Ortsov it up. Smite is actually removal, but I like Extort, and we're in Ortsov, so let's do it. Okay. I guess at this point we can take the Syndicate Enforcer. More Extort. This guy, I guess, is unblockable, right? Not really. I guess he's can't be blocked except by rogues, so it's not as good, but I still think that's pretty good. And I probably like it more than the Gargoyle, even though I do need the double black for it. I think I'd still rather have a 3-drop. Alright, we're going to take another Enforcer. I kind of like this card when you have enough Extort, which we seem to. Let's see. I think Shielded Passage is probably fine. I could see it being a good sideboard card at the very least. Alright, this is good to get. If we pick up Grizzly Spectacle or just more removal, whatever, this card can be good. Not necessarily main deckable yet, but it's a possibility. I'm leaving the option there. Still would like to splash for Cinder Elemental. It's not 100% yet, though. I think I would like at least a couple Boros Guild Gates in order to do that. Else, I don't know if I feel comfortable otherwise. Undercity Plague's a good card, but I think I'd rather just have the Ortsov Charm, which is pretty sweet removal. Debtor's Pulpit's a cool card, too. Basilica Guards, of course, is cool. Syndicate Enforcer tabled last time, so I'm pretty sure it should again. But we're definitely taking the Ortsov Charm. Just awesome piece of removal. Alright, we can take the Screecher here. Yeah, that's probably the pick. Just, oh, well, we could also take the Boros Guildgate, but I'd rather have the Screecher, honestly. We just want to load up on Extort. Let's see how much we can get. And I'd like the Guildgate, but I just don't think. I think I'd rather have more Extort. I'm prioritizing here. Alright, well, we could take the Spy, which works well with the Death's Approach. We could take Syndic of Tides, which I think is probably just better. The Bear that's got Holy Mantle is actually really good too, but kind of folds to a bunch of removal, and we're on the Extort plan, which I'm still digging. How good is this guy? He has Intimidate, which is good. Enters battlefield. For each opponent, you may put up to one target creature card from that player's graveyard. I mean, it's pretty cool. It's better alongside cards like this, and it doesn't work very well with Death's Approach. I think I'd rather just have the consistency of the Extort here, so I'm going to take this Syndic of Tides. Wow, Halberdiers are really good. Kind of surprised they made it this far. Well, we're going to take the Extorter. The 1-drop Extort. That's pretty awesome. We're a little bit short on removal, though, I will admit. We've got the Ortsov Charm and the Executioner Swing, so I'd like to start getting a little more removal. But I'm digging the amount of Extort we're getting, that is for sure. Alright, this guy's cool. I'm down with Daring Skyjack in this deck for sure. He's good. Wow, another Thrall Parasite. You know, these are going to work really well alongside our Boros Elite and our Daring Skyjack. I kind of like that. That's a lot of Extort. Alright, we can take Riot Gear. I think we actually take the Angelic Edict. We were a little bit short on removal, and I just like Edict a lot. So we're probably not splashing with the Cinder Elemental. We still actually have a chance to. If I were to open one Boros Guildgate, I would probably consider splashing for Cinder Elemental. Alright, easily taking another Daring Skyjack here. That's pretty awesome. We're just getting all the 2-drops. Which is definitely what we want. We want a cheap deck. Alright, we can take the Denizen, which seems fine. Skyjacks especially. But I think I want more Extort. I think I might take the triple Syndicate Enforcer. I mean, he's kind of the expensive one. I could just take the Plague for interest's sake. Try it out. I feel like it's not quite as good in limited. It's still pretty good, but it's a little bit expensive. I don't know if it does enough for me. I think I'm just going to take the Enforcer, actually. I like to have tons of Extort. Could take a second Beckon Apparition. I'm not opposed to that. Still works well alongside the Daring Skyjacks. And actually works well with... This guy's actually really good. 3 toughness. He works well alongside Death's Approach. And he makes token creatures better. Yeah, let's take it. Ooh, table that Spy? Wow. That's pretty impressive. Alright, well the Cinder Elemental is looking less and less appealing now. I don't think I need this, so I'll take this for sideboard. We can actually start. I can probably just sideboard Shielded Passage. Probably not playing Cinder. I guess Razor Tip Whip, but probably not playing it. Yeah. Okay. Still like where we're at. I mean, this is actually a deck right here, so this third pack is just going to be purely upgrades. Wouldn't mind replacing at least one of the Beckon Apparitions. Oh wait, we can cut that. We're not going to play the Razor Tip Whip. So we're still in need of at least one more playable. Shouldn't be too hard. Okay, so what are our choices? Unfortunately, nothing too good in terms of first pick. Could take another Death Cult Rogue, which I'm not opposed to. It still works well alongside the Daring Skyjack. I'm not super happy about double black, but we don't really have a lot of other choices, honestly. Bane Alley Broker's cool, but I don't feel like going 3 colors if I don't have to, and I'm pretty sure this deck does not have to. So I'd rather just take the Death Cult Rogue, which I could easily play. Oh, sweet. Got past the Treasury Thrall. Definitely taking that. That's an awesome Extort card. But, I mean, it's just an awesome card in general. I like it. Taking it over Executioner's Swing, which would also be very good in this deck. But Treasury Thrall, it's going to be better. Ooh, get a good choice here. So we can do Grizzly Spectacle, which is really going to ensure that we can play our Death's Approach. Because we'll have the Informer, the Spy, and the Spectacle, which would be pretty good. Gift of Orzhova, which is just insanely strong. Especially on Daring Skyjack. I think I actually have to take the Gift of Orzhova. We already have enough creatures, and this card is just so insane. I mean, I'd like to take the Guards and the Elite and the Devour Flesh. I mean, Grizzly Spectacle. There's just so many cards out of this that I want, honestly. But I feel like Gift is just so strong on a Skyjack or a Syndicate Enforcer. It's just a way to really like turn a game around, I think. I do really want this Grizzly Spectacle too, though. Well, you can't always get what you want. I feel like this just ends games sometimes. I'm gonna take it. Alright, we'll take the Denizen here pretty happily. I mean, we have a lot of black creatures, and getting Intimidate can be relevant. Plus, it's a 1-drop. Could take a second Death's Approach, but I think 1 is probably good enough. For now, we can probably hide the Beckon Apparitions. They don't team as well with Treasury Thrall and Death's Approach. Ooh, we could take the Shadows. Oh, no, never mind. We take the 1,000 Lashes for sure. That's an awesome piece of removal. I would like the Daring Skyjack, the third one. That is pretty sick. But 1,000 Lashes is just so good. And like I said, we really have enough creatures, so I can start cutting, like, less good cards. And just for better pieces of removal. I kind of like Confessor. I think he's actually pretty good. And it's another 5-drop, which I think is fine. I like having a ton of Extort. There's really not that much else for us. I guess Midnight Recovery's cool. I think it's actually a decent card with like the Rogue. I could see that being good, but I'll take the Confessor. I think this guy's really cool. I don't know how good the blue one that draws or the black one that discard. I don't think they're as good. Could take the aristocrat. There's another 2-drop creature, but like I said, we do have enough creatures. I mean, you can really never have enough 2-drop creatures, but I think I want the aerial maneuver. It's going to work better alongside the skyjack. We could use some more tricks, really trick out our deck. Can start cutting less good creatures. Wow, this card is just insane. So I'm definitely taking that over the spy. Yeah, the card's insane. It really shouldn't go that late. This deck is like just really good, really good. So I'm gonna have a hard time making cuts. I think Denizen's actually gone. We have too many good cards for that. I don't even think we need Death's Approach anymore. Um, Guess we take a second Shielded Passage in case there's a deck that has a ton of spot removal or something. Maybe we only want one Death Cult Rogue. Still have 19 creatures. I actually like Corpse Blockade. I don't think we'd main deck it, but I could see sideboarding it. It's kind of cool. Taking Devour Flesh over the Enforcer. God, this deck, I don't even know what to cut. I think we might be just cutting the rogues. Just focus on maybe the Informer we don't need. Yeah, this deck is crazy. Guess we'll take a second Illness in the ranks. Shadow Slice, wow. This card's actually pretty good too. I don't even, and Midnight Recovery. We got like all the sweet black cards at the end. I don't even think we can play those though. We already have so many good cards. Death Cult Rogues are good, but I don't even know if I want to. I don't even know if I want to focus on that. All right, let's just put in the best cards we got. I mean, I feel like with all the creatures, Elite's actually pretty good. Let's just put them all in for now. And it's cheap. I feel like, man, I don't even know. So many good cards in here. Let's put the Informer in for now, but I feel like I'm actually going to end up cutting it, believe it or not. This is 18. Got to get our sweet, awesome, powerful cards in here. This thing, that's 25, and that's without the Death Cult Rogues. Wow. 17 creatures. I think we actually do cut the Informer. That makes our 3-drop a little bit light, but I think that's alright. And I actually want to cut one more for sure. I've heard that you can run 18 lands when you have enough Extort. We probably do. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, I mean, we have 11 Extort. That's really more than enough to justify 18 lands, but I really don't have a lot of... I mean, they're all legitimate mana sinks, but I do want to draw enough spells too, and we actually have a relatively low curve. I'm comfortable with 17 lands in this deck, so I just want to make one more cut. Maybe the Spy, but it's got Evasion, which I actually like. All these cards are good. All of these cards are good. I could cut the Elite, but I kind of like the idea of it alongside the Parasites, although... How much evasion do I have? I guess they're good along the Skyjacks too. Yeah, I kind of have to. Guess I could cut. I mean, maybe cut the guard. I mean, it's got extort, but it doesn't work with the Skyjacks and the elite. It's still 4 toughness blocking, which I like. Could cut a Syndicate Enforcer just because it's a little bit clunky. It's like one of the clunkiest extort creatures. I mean, I think I even like Confessor more than Enforcer because you can always pay like 1 life and at least make them exile something, you know? I think that's going to be my choice. I mean, Spy's not that great in this deck, but I feel like I value the evasion relatively high. And 3 toughness is actually more important than 3-2. Yeah, I'm going to cut an Enforcer, I think. So I think I want to run it like this. Now it's only 15 creatures. I still think that's enough. How many have I got early? 3, 6, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well, maybe I just want to lower my overall curve and run the Death Cult Rogues too. Go for this more like Shadow Slice. I mean, that's good with the Skyjacks too. I could see that taking a game over. But I kind of like my late game already with the removal. And this guy's insane. This guy's cool. I think I want to run it like this. I'm pretty sure. This guy's going to work better alongside the battalion creatures too. And I know Basilica Guards doesn't run well alongside battalion. And I do have enough early where maybe I want to... Alright, maybe I run the Enforcer over that because it still attacks and it works better with the gift. Yeah, I guess that makes sense. But then our 3-drop is really low. I think we have enough 2-drops where that's going to be okay, though. Alright, we look like we're pretty dead even on color, to tell the truth, so... They're erring on the side of white. Not sure why. It is the exact same. I guess they just had to pick one or the other. Is there more? I mean, it's like there's even more the same amount early. I almost want the black, I think, because I've got the 2 Thrall Parasites and only the 1 white 1-drop. Okay. Yeah, this deck looks really good. Have a ton of extort, strong effects, good removal. Hopefully I do well. I'll see you round 1.